Tonight on DC News Now at 9.
These are the cases we lose sleep over. Children are not supposed to die.
An emotional night as police announce a break in a deadly shooting of a 2-year-old boy. Coming up, his former nanny talks to DC News Now as we learn the search for suspects is not over yet. Cars stolen from luxury parking garages, despite DC renters shelling out hundreds each month for a spot.
I personally choose to park on the street because I feel like it's almost safer.
Fed-up drivers make some surprising changes tonight.
Hi, everyone. We're stepping into the weekend on the soggier side. I have the full breakdown coming up.
I'll go as long as I won't go in a wheelchair.
And come Sunday, the Super Bowl streak these diehard fans are not about to break. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan. And breaking now at 9, we're learning about a shooting involving a DC police officer in Southeast, right near the intersection of Bangor Street and Morris Road. DC News Now's Mariel Carbone is there live for us tonight. And Mariel, we're all waiting to hear from the chief tonight. What do we know right now?
Well, Chris, at this point, we really don't have any information aside from what you just stated there. We've been out on the scene now for about 45 minutes waiting to get some information from police, and we are still waiting at this point. What we know, this is a shooting, but how the officer was involved, we don't know that yet. We're not sure exactly who fired, how many shots may have been fired, or who was hit and how badly they may have been injured. So those are the questions we are waiting to ask the chief. We know she is on scene, and she was being briefed earlier tonight, expected to come give us information from that briefing sometime soon. How soon that could be, we still don't know. As you mentioned, the shooting had happened on the 1400 block of Bangor Street Southeast, so that is back behind me. Officers have us pushed up to around W and 14th Street Southeast. So to give you an idea of where we are in the city, to my right is the Frederick Douglass House. To my left, there are a few homes out here, but very quiet in the neighborhood right now, not a very high traffic area, as we continue to wait for some more information. As soon as we get that and we get that briefing from the chief, we'll get all of that information to you both on air and online. But for now, reporting live in Southeast, I'm Mariel Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Mariel, thanks. I'll look for that update soon. Meanwhile, 2 people have been arrested in the murder of a 2-year-old boy in Prince George's County. Police say it happened during a shootout yesterday between 2 groups at a Langley Park apartment complex. Stray bullets hit a mother and her young son here as they were walking. Our reporter, Yamari Sase, is live tonight at police headquarters. And Yamari, police are still searching for more suspects.
Yeah, that's right. Tonight, police tell us that there are 2 more men that they're looking for that they believe were involved in the murder of this 2-year-old that also injured the mother as well. Just take a look at this photo. This adorable boy, his name was Jeremy. He was only 2 years old, and police say they will continue to search until they find other people responsible for this.
A life cut too short.
Un niño, bueno, para mí era muy lindo.
He was a lovely child. I just love children. My personality is to cherish them, fall in love with them. That joy was Jeremy. Norma Beltran was 2-year-old Jeremy Pucasares' nanny. She's struggling to process how something like this could happen. I saw him laying down and I said, no, it can't be Jeremy. Jeremy and his mother were walking Thursday just before dark when police say 4 men in a gold carjack SUV got out and started shooting at another group of people right here at this Langley Park apartment complex.
When she heard the first set of gunshots, she tried to run away with her baby, and the baby got shot, and she got shot as well.
Rosa Casares, the 17-year-old mother, is expected to survive. Jeremy did not.
Anytime a child dies, it angers even the community and even other potential bad guys, so to speak. Even they don't like to see young people and old people pass away.
And that anger led community members to come forward, which helped police arrest 2 men.
Community stepped up like no other. They were cooperative, helped our detectives develop information and evidence to get some arrest in this case.
33-year-old Israel Fuentes and 28-year-old Johnny Alejandro Tercios are accused of killing Jeremy and injuring his mother. Police say they're now working to make 2 more arrests in this case.
The life of this young mother, without her child for the rest of her life, she won't get sleep every night either. Got to put the guns down.
Now, the assistant police chief also says that this was the first reported shooting in that Langley Park area within the past 90 days. So they're encouraging anyone with any information to report back to them, and you can remain anonymous to help them find those 2 additional suspects and anyone else involved in this incident. For now, reporting in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, I'm Yamar Sase, DC News Now.
Hi, good evening, everyone. As we go into the weekend, we do have a switch in our weather pattern across the DMV. Right now, you're seeing increasing clouds across the region, and so we are waiting the arrival of our next storm system that's going to quickly approach tomorrow morning. We do have 1 wave of rain that we're going to be watching across the DMV. Increasing clouds on satellite composite radar. No moisture to talk about at this time. It's out towards the Carolinas into Roanoke, parts of West Virginia, and Louisville, Kentucky, and some of that moisture will lift to the north with the highest impact rain tomorrow morning. It's very light in nature, and then we start to transition. Temperatures across the area, 40s for southern Maryland, but most of us sitting into the middle 50s. So really not a bad night, comfortable temperatures, and we'll sit under mostly cloudy skies. Going into tomorrow morning before that first wave of rain starts to enter. I have your full forecast coming up.
All right. Thanks, Janessa. In the district, cars stolen, taken from private parking garages. It's an issue neighbors tell us is getting worse. Our Mariel Carbone was in Navy Yard before heading to that breaking news, and she spoke with people feeling the impact.
Just in our building alone, there was 3 or 4 SUVs stolen right out of there. It's gated, it's a really nice area, so it's like shocking that this is happening.
Cars stolen and broken into in secure parking garages.
It's going on all the time.
Neighbors in Navy Yard and beyond say it's a frustrating problem that seems to be getting worse.
We pay a lot of money to live here, so we trust that our car is safe at the end of the day.
Elisa D'Souza lives near Nats Park and says in her building alone, 2 cars have been stolen. She's now tracking crime in the area, alerting others.
So it's important to stay vigilant, know what's going on in the area.
So far this year, 500 cars have been stolen. That's according to DC police data. Police don't categorize how many cars have been taken from garages. But earlier this week, a police report shows a white Hyundai was stolen from the garage at Park Riverside Apartments. Complexes are now warning residents.
We understand and share your concerns.
D'Souza was sent this email from Doc 79 asking tenants to be vigilant. She says properties need to take responsibility.
The complex, I think they should be on it and aware of what's going on and report it immediately.
I personally choose to park on the street.
Robert Barker says the crime is enough to make him think twice about where he parks his car.
I think there's just more people, whereas in the garage it's a little bit more contained.
This is a fight for Maryland and America's future. And that is a fight worth fighting.
All right, some top stories we're following tonight at 9. Former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan is throwing his hat in the U.S. Senate race. The decision marks a surprise turnaround for Hogan, who had previously considered a presidential run. His bid gives Republican a prominent candidate in a state that has not had a Republican U.S. senator in almost 4 decades. Well, a shooting scare in Montgomery County today. Several teens taken into custody after reports of shots fired near Sligo Middle School in Silver Spring. Police say the group ran towards the school, which forced a brief lockdown. Officers recovered 2 BB guns and shell casings from a handgun. No injuries were reported. A drone was used to find those teens who are being released to their parents. In D.C., police are looking for this man. They say he may be behind a deadly attack in downtown. They say he assaulted a man last Friday morning on 15th and L Streets. That's near the Fannie Mae headquarters. The victim, Vivek Taneja, died from his injuries earlier this week. We have an update now at 9 on the debate over building a new sports arena in Alexandria. A bill to create a stadium authority to develop that $2 billion sports and entertainment center at Potomac Yard passed in a House committee. The Senate pushed it until next week. Now, you'll remember yesterday, protesters drove down from Alexandria to the state capitol to voice their concerns. They say it would bring too much traffic and disruption to where they live. But Monica Dixon from Monumental Sports is pleased with how today's vote went.
You know, this is the first hurdle, and we're very excited. We think we have momentum now to win support of this project, and are thrilled that this was the first step today and that we received such resounding support.
As we've reported, the arena would house the Washington Wizards and Capitals. Governor Glenn Youngkin supports the plan. Meanwhile, just in tonight, D.C.'s mayor is pushing back and punching back at Caps and Wizards owner Ted Leonsis in regards to this deal. In an op-ed published in the Washington Post, Mayor Bowser argues downtown is still the best place for a sports arena. In the article, Bowser says the district gave Monumental Sports $50 million for upgrades back in 2007. In exchange, they agreed to keep the teams in D.C. until 2047 and noted the Chinatown Metro is prime for game day crowds. Now, Bowser ended by saying D.C. teams should stay in D.C. and I'm not a billionaire, but I do believe it's possible to have enough money and a great legacy and reputation, however, are priceless. Well, happening this weekend, final preparations for the Lunar New Year celebrations are taking place all across the DMV. Lunar New Year is celebrated by billions of people worldwide who trace their origins back to China, Vietnam, and Korea. In the district, the annual Chinese Lunar New Year parade takes place Sunday, bringing in the Year of the Dragon.
The new year is really a time for us to be together. It's time to be together in community and time to be together in family. And I think for us to all be together in downtown, in Chinatown, with thousands of our best friends, I couldn't ask for more.
Well, the parade is downtown in the Chinatown area Sunday starting at 1:45. Now, if you're going to the Caps game Sunday, do consider taking Metro. There will be a lot of parking restrictions and street closures as well. And keep in mind, there is no Red Line service at the Fort Totten and Brookland Metro stations this weekend. Free shuttle buses, though, will replace trains every 10 minutes.